this happen for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modify. And here on Modify Your Life podcast, we talk about modify your life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually, right? And what comes with modifying your life and getting yourself together is a new versions of yourself, something that, you know, a lot of people aren't used to. A lot of us are grown up. A lot of us were raised, or a lot of us were the heavier ones in school. We're the heavier ones in elementary school, high school. Maybe we weren't the first pick. You know, we weren't the first round pick, right? Some of us are on a weight loss journey. Some of us are in the middle of a weight loss journey. And some of us have ended their weight loss journey into living a whole new life. And I have the perfect guest to speak about this, because not only am I still on my journey, I don't know if that journey ever ends, but I've had my skin removal surgery. You haven't had your skin removal surgery, but we both are in bodies that we've never experienced before.
Yep.
Right? And I think this is something now, for you ladies out there listening, I'm going to do my best to not gender roll this or genderize this, whatever the hell the word is, because at the end of the day, but always remember, at the end of the day, I'm speaking as a man. I don't know how to speak as anything else because I do not have a uterus. Yet. So I've been told.
That's the next surgery.
Yeah, it's the next surgery. Yeah, right? But we'll get into, though, is it the compliments, right? And the different interactions with people, right? Because we were just talking about confidence, but the truth is we get different interactions from people now that we've lost weight.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Just before we get into anything, how did people treat you when you were at your heaviest and when you were at your lowest of self-esteem in life? When Garrett was in the back licking butt cracks for drugs.
Licking crack for drugs.
I was gonna say something else.
Crazy.
I was gonna say something else. Like, I probably
You're gonna get canceled.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a little harder for you to get canceled though than me.
Hey.
But with
Shout out to privilege.
I don't have any of that. So
I'm on pre-workout, people. My apologies. So whatever I say is, I was drunk.
nice color to the drink too.
Shout out to Big Boy. He set me up with some stuff.
So with me, like honestly, how I was treated back in the day, it's weird to say how I felt invisible because of how big I was, but it was like mentally I felt like I was alone even though I was surrounded by people, because when we talked about things, it was mostly about me and how big I was. It was always about my weight. It wasn't just about who I was as a person or anything in between. It was just, oh, that guy's big as fuck. You know, like, it was just like, no matter what the joke was, or talking about, the situation always got brought up of how big I was.
That sucks. Because I know, I was just thinking like, damn, I'm going to punch on people right now. But you know, like, I just thinking, right? No one's ever told me. Now, within the last couple months or even year, and I've ate a lot of food. I've ordered some places where I'm like, damn, I'm really about to eat this. And no one ever says, damn, bro, you're going to eat all that? The only thing I get now is, got to feed those muscles, right, bro?
Damn.
But when I was fat, they're like, got to feed that food, but fucking titty boy. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, my family was like, oh my God, Milo, you're going to eat all that food? Or don't you think it's a lot of food? Now I eat a big serving of food. Now I serve a lot of food. People are like, my grandma's like, Milo, you got to feed those muscles.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, grandma, I'm just fat.
I don't even get that from my friends. My friends are still harsh as shit on me.
Bro, my friend, I got fat shame walking outside right now. Jesus, he's like 300 pounds. He's fat shaming me right now. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, is that the guy that said yesterday you're not fat?
They're not fat,
have
just muscles now. That's crazy. But when you were saying that though, you're right. I was just thinking like, no one's told me, damn, bro, you're gonna eat all that food. Like the other day, I had like two double doubles and a cheese fry.
That's not a lot.
See? But if I was 650 pounds, I guarantee you, like, yo, bro, don't you care about your health?
Damn, what are you doing? Ordering the whole menu?
What are you doing, gelatinous titty boy? You know what I mean? So it's very true. You know, it's true. Yeah. It's true. A fat person, for those sensitive people, a heavier person.
PH fat, though.
Yeah, PHAT, because we're all fresh in our own way, right? Is a judge, your judge, hands down.
No matter where you go. And like, I didn't think anything of it when I was that big, because when you are, you're like, sometimes people think they're the center of attention because of how big they are. Before, I felt invisible because of how mentally I was detached from everybody. So now that I'm getting all these compliments of like, oh, dude, you look great, I'm just like, Thanks.
I get uncomfortable.
I get uncomfortable. I get awkward. I don't know what to say. I just say,
I'm like, what do I
Thank
do with
you.
my hands?
yeah. Like me, I'm grabbing the mic for no reason.
You're probably hungry.
I'm pretending it's you.
As
Canceled.
both of our girlfriends are just sitting right here.
I put a ring on mine though.
That's true. Well, I got my girl a car, so
Yeah.
70,000. It's a little ring, whatever. Anyways, shut up, fool! Trying to get me in trouble, all right?
I'm trying to help
and
her.
At your wedding, you better not freaking put me next to the trash can either. You better I'm sitting right next to you guys. I'm sitting between both of you. She's got me. Sister wife got me. But it's very true, right? We can't have a serious conversation.
I never.
Sometimes I feel like we could be talking about like
The saddest
the
shit.
way we lost our fathers, and we would find a way to laugh at it, right? It's just it's just really the atmosphere. I just feel like this is how we would trauma bond with each other.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. But at the end of the day, we had to be funny.
Because you could laugh about it or you could be drowning in your sorrows about it. And I personally, I would rather just laugh about what I've been through.
Yeah, I don't want to have to swim in my sorrows.
Yeah.
It seems draining.
Yeah.
I've sat there for too long. Say what? What were you gonna say?
How good can you swim?
I was gonna ask. You know you wanted to say it. Yes, I can swim.
I didn't say you can't. I said how good.
Great. I have a scuba diver instructor.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie.
I found her.
You know that's
I found
true.
her when I went whale watching.
Damn. Damn. That's your man too.
Honestly, what I say on pre-workout is not done doing me. But Nate just walked in. We're about to go to the gym right now. This guy's strong as hell. So you better drink something, guy. No, I'm just kidding, baby. You're not well. I love you. You're my little.
Am I a little orca?
What are those little things? The little walruses?
The narwhals?
A hippo?
No hippo. No hippo swim.
They can swim.
Not a manatee. Oh damn.
All right, back to topic. Back to the topic at hand.
All right, any ladies out there listening, I am officially single. So if you're
He's all
looking,
not genderizing anymore.
Yeah. Now all the girls that are Team Frankie hate me now.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the most comments we're gonna get in any podcast. Like, don't you ever talk about Frankie that way. Yeah, she's gonna leave a comment on it.
So when you got your skin surgery, because I know you got 1 out of 3 done, you have had so many compliments, not just on social media, but I'm assuming in person. How does it feel?
I can't make content in boxers anymore.
Yeah, well, that must be nice. But how does it feel though? Like, are you still awkward about it, even though after all the weight you've lost?
Yeah, I don't. It's like you see. It's like very weird. Like we separate social media to real life, right?
Yeah.
Social media, it's like everyone has something nice to say. I don't filter comments unless they're like racial.
Yeah.
Or they're making fun of someone else that's in the post with me. But when it's about me, I really don't care, bro. Whatever. I make more money than your parents do. Anyways.
My dad's
Oops,
dead.
I digress. You're horrible. I wasn't talking to you. You already said? He said my dad's dead. He said his dad's dead. I said I make more money than your parents. He said my dad's dead. My dad's dead too.
20.
Trauma. All right, so but majority of the time is like you have to separate that real life to social media, right?
Yeah.
I built a platform where it's just a lot of confidence, a lot of inspiration, a lot of I built a community, bro, of like people who actually follow me and know me are just so awesome people. Awesome. And I follow a lot of people. They don't have to have a big following for me to follow. I just like to be motivated and I'm inspired by people.
Yeah.
Like even you, I didn't know you were before we started, hanging out with each other. Social media. And so what I'm saying is that on social media, it's like I get a compliment. I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful, but I don't have to look at someone's eyes.
It's different reading it than hearing it.
Exactly. So when I go somewhere, someone wants to take a photo of me, and please don't. And when I'm saying this, please don't not do this. I'm just letting you know that I'm working on this. Mm-hmm. I'm sharing this, being vulnerable with you. When it happens in real life, I get very shy. I get very nervous, and I feel like usually when I got compliments from like, oh, bro, you look good today, and then it was a laugh after. Now it's like oh, bro, that sure looks fire. Or incident on New Year's, we went out to the club and your boy was looking good. I seen a mannequin. I was like, I want that, and everything fit.
That's a big mannequin, huh?
Wow, imagine getting fat shamed on your own podcast.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to this is my show now. Right? So I bought I'm thinking like, like some podcasts, like people like smoke and drink and stuff and have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm drinking pre-workout, you're drinking water. Right? We're setting a trend. We're setting a trend of like, you know what I mean? Of like, it looks like I'm drinking some pimp juice right here. It's pre-workout.
Double cup.
Right, double cupping right now. But yeah, I bought the mannequin, and then we went to the club and we were getting
You bought
drinks.
the mannequin
No,
or
I bought
the-
the clothes. I bought the clothes of the
Okay.
mannequin.
I was
Right? The
confused.
mannequin looked fly. Platform shoes, 6 foot that day, right? And so we're going to the club. We're in Vegas. We're in Vegas, right? So my best friend, I have a girl. It's my best friend is a girl, and I was with her boyfriend, and Francine and my best friend were on the dance floor, because it's packed. It's Vegas. It's New Year's Eve in Vegas. So I go over in line, and this girl turns around and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm talking to her boyfriend. And then she's like, oh, my gosh. She's like, you pull that jacket off so well. It looks so good on you. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then she kept talking to me, expecting me to. And I'm like, first off, I have a girlfriend. No, I don't have sex with you. Right? Second off, I was like, I didn't know what to say. Like, and Michael's like, bro, she's really like feeling you, bro. Look at him. You got looking all good, right? Bro, I felt so weird because then we're in line for another 10 minutes and these girls are expecting me to talk. And I'm just like, I like turtles. Like, I don't know how to act. Like, you know what I mean? And like, one, I have a girlfriend, so I'm not,
You don't know
she's
how to
crazy.
flirt anymore.
I never do. I don't know. I don't think I know how to flirt. I don't think I know how to flirt. I just think I knew how to be a simp because when you're a big dude, you really can't be flirty. You just got to be like a simp.
Yeah. I got down on a knee real quick.
Oh yeah, we found one. You found one. You like me? Oh, we're getting married.
I was like, cool. You like me?
You're mine. You're
finally.
mine. She must be blind, but she's mine. Right? No, but so I felt really weird.
Yeah.
So not weird, and I say weird, and it's probably not the right word to use, but I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I'm sure after the skin removal surgery I'm gonna get a lot of compliments, but like now even just losing the weight, like going back home, I see people that I grew up with and they're just like, holy shit, you're like a completely different person. In reality, I feel like I look the same, but then I'm like thinking of everything that I've been through and all of that, and this is all within like the 5 seconds of getting, wow, you look good.
Yeah.
It's like the life just flashes before you and you're like,
Every
oh,
time.
do I really? What?
It's I think it's one of those things where we were not the number one pick for so long, and we didn't get compliments for so long. Like to a natural good-looking girl or a natural good-looking guy, a skinny person their whole life, it's normal for them. For us, it's like new territory.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I've never played piano, but now you just put me in front of a piano.
And now
You
you're
give
a
me-
penis.
and now I'm a pianist. Now I'm a pianist.
Now you're a penis. But that's the thing too, is like we were ashamed of our bodies for so long. Now it's hard to be proud of it when we're.
No, that I can't agree.
You can't?
Bro, you put me in front of a mirror, bro, I'm butt naked staring.
See, I'm not.
But you know what? Get your skin removal surgery first.
But that's the thing
It
too. is,
opens up
like,
the door.
the biggest thing with skin removal surgery is like I'm not trying to think of it as like a quick fix for my confidence. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that go on social media and there's a couple people that I follow and they're begging people to like donate for their donate for their GoFundMes.
You're trying to get me canceled, huh?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
you want to
trying
get me
to
canceled,
explain.
huh? You're trying to get me
But-
canceled. He wants to get me canceled. He wants me to talk, huh? Bro, I'm fucking having about a
There's
quarter
these-
left of this pre-workout, big dog. Something's getting said that I'm going to have to delete it today.
There's these people that beg for people to pay for their skin removal surgery or contribute on their GoFundMe. And I have nothing wrong with that.
Yes, I do.
Good for you, whatever.
Yes, we do.
but the thing
He's lying.
is that this person that I watched, they were basically crying, saying how much they hated their body and they can't wait to get rid of it. But the thing is like, how do you expect to love yourself when it's gone if you can't love yourself now?
Exactly.
So
And
when I'm like in this moment before the skin removal surgery, I have 10 months, which is going to go by fast as hell. But in those 10 months, I still have to try to learn to accept and love myself like I've been trying the last 3 years.
see, you're doing the right way. And I don't think it's going to be a quick fix. I think it's going to be 10 months of vulnerability. I think it's going to be 10 months of gratitude, 10 months of grace, 10 months of learning, 10 months of acceptance.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So these people that are out here whining and fucking crying over their skin, at the end of the day, I'd rather have all this loose skin than be 650 pounds. You know, it's cool to look down and see your dick. It's very cool. Yeah, I know you can't relate yet, but you're gonna get there. 10 months, you're gonna be there.
with a mirror, guy.
Yeah, me, bro, with the mirror at 650, I can see it. You know what I mean? Hey, hey, this is a podcast we're on right now.
That's gonna be a clip. It's
that's
fun
gonna be
to
a
see
clip.
your
It's
dick.
fun to see your dick. Modify Your Life podcast, right? But at the end of the day, it's like they paint like this villain thing of being overweight.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like as we share these stories of being overweight. It wasn't every day I hated myself. I didn't like wake up every day like, Francine, don't look at me. I still had sex.
I'm a monster.
I know I'm a monster. Feed me. Oh, get in my belly. No, it wasn't like that. It was just like certain experiences were really messed up.
Yeah.
And as we go back, like in the moment, it's like this, right? There's people that grew up poor, right? And they didn't know they were poor because their parents did a great job of not letting them know that they were poor. Mm-hmm. So when the power was out, they had a sleepover. Right, when they couldn't afford, when they couldn't afford to pay, cable, it was, story time or blah 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 or go to the park. Like there's families and stuff that weren't aware that they were struggling when they were struggling. Mm-hmm. So the same thing, but those kids still had an amazing childhood.
Yeah,
right. It wasn't until they got into the real world where they realized, well, shit, Lisa would go on vacation 2 times a year, and Garrett would, go to Disney World for his birthday every year, and like, oh damn. My childhood sucked, but it wasn't until you seen someone else's life is then you realize. So the same thing. Now I'm in this new version of myself, looking back at that version of myself. Of course, I'm going to call all the horrible things that happened. But in that moment, I was just fat AJ who drove a big truck and was a DJ and who had friends that, I didn't realize that I was just a simp, but I had a girlfriend. I had girlfriends. I had this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like we try to villainize like that version of ourselves, but that version of ourselves didn't even know they were living a bad life until we started changing.
See,
and then they go out there and crying, asking for stuff like, oh my God, my whole life I've been fat. I was fat too. I was fat my whole life. Couldn't see my dick. No one wanted to have sex with a fat kid in high school. It worked. It happened. I lost my virginity. But like not every single day was like, oh my God, I'm fat.
Yeah.
It was just more of like, I like that girl. And then she's like, ew, titties. And I'm like, okay, fuck. I don't like her. I like her friend then, you know?
Do you feel like you always had that confidence even when you were big?
Yeah.
And I think
I always said if I couldn't get the girl, what I owned could.
Okay.
I always had a big truck. Little weenie big truck.
Still got the same confidence, huh?
Francine hypes me up, big dog.
I know. But
You don't know what surgeries I got in Mexico.
That's what I feel like that's where we like are different, because I'm not villainizing like my past, but we grew up completely different. So like I hated who I was, right? I hated how big I was, how I let myself go. I didn't have a car. I didn't have any of that because I didn't work. I didn't do anything for myself. My family, they were there, but they weren't there, if that makes sense. So it's like what you went through is completely different than ours,
yeah.
but the way that we can relate on so many different levels is so important, because then we could speak what we both went through, and then all these people listening to us now can take that value and implement it into their
100%.
lives.
Well, hear me out though. Those videos where you're drinking, kicking back, alcohol with your buddies, were you having a good time? Like,
Sometimes.
No, like in the moment, don't talk as Garrett today.
The one double chugging that Corona?
Yeah. That dude, he had a blast,
I
right?
had it in that moment until I blacked out.
Even better. Don't know who you're waking up next to.
Yeah.
Or what.
Well, I woke up by myself.
Same.
With
Same.
throw up
Oh,
on the bed.
damn. Oh, man, don't talk. I hate clubs. Clubs are like, oh, my God. Being fat in a club sucks. Oh, my gosh.
went to dive
But
bars,
then,
man.
the worst thing about being fat in a club is that when there is a girl that wants to dance with you, or you do dance with a girl, everyone fucking cheers like it's like someone that was in a wheelchair just that walked. Like, why are you guys applauding me?
They're all-
Like, Hercules. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole club is like, everybody, AJ got someone to dance with them. Let me make some noise.
They
I'm
all
like,
start making room in the circle for
it was like, bro, let me be.
Yeah.
All right? She likes thick dudes. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, back up. Why are you guys why are you guys applauding? Why is the DJ fucking shining the light on me right now?
I'm just another guy.
I'm just a fat dude in a club, guy. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not, but that time I wasn't even that big. I was big, but it wasn't that big. It wasn't 6'50".
But then back then, all the attention is back on you.
Yeah, because I was a big guy. They got a girl to dance. And then it made all of us feel awkward to the point where girls are going to want, like, it's like a girl dancing with the freaking, the freak of the circus. Like, You know what I mean? Like someone paid $10 a dance with me. Like, if you want to dance with a heavy guy, $10, take a photo. Like, what the fuck? It was so weird.
What did that free workout?
Nothing. No, just being honest. It's just, it is. Like, I'm thinking like elementary school dances. Like, that's what I'm thinking of in my head right now.
And that's the thing. I never even went to school dances. None of them, prom, nothing. Just because I didn't have that confidence.
Oh, see,
so
that's where it's different. Like, I'm sharing stories of like, that's how it was. And
Like
we go to
me,
clubs,
I
Strawberry
was-
Sundays. Like, it was all age club. That was
I
like a
basically
thing.
like I was with my group of friends, but they were the ones out like getting girls and all of that. I would kick back, drink, smoke, whatever. I would just chill. I wasn't worried about any of that because I just wanted to. I wanted to feel like. I don't know. I feel like I wanted to feel like wanted by somebody, so I was waiting for somebody to come approach me. But in reality, that ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So like I had to go out and make those moves by myself, but I was too scared to even do something about it.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, how are you going to expect someone to love you and respect you if you don't love yourself and respect yourself?
That is something that I tell myself all the time because loving myself has been something that I've always struggled with. Even now, like I tell people all the time, I do have those days where I have those self-doubts and everything like that, and I talk down on myself, but I use talking down on myself as motivation, different than other people would. So that's what I do, and it works for me. But loving myself, I still have trouble accepting that, and I have for years. But I never thought that I would find somebody for me, especially somebody like my fiance now that is like literally everything I pictured. With
Talking about me or her?
both.
Okay. I was starting to get pissed off for a second. The pre-workout kicked in. I started to get sweaty.
I saw the veins popping
Yeah, you
out.
see it?
Yeah.
I was pissed.
But the thing is like, I never thought that. I thought always you had to love yourself before somebody can love you. Until somebody actually loved me and showed me that loving myself is okay and showing me those little parts that I didn't see before.
I agree with that. And I think our relationship's vice versa. So I showed Frankie that it's okay to love yourself no matter where you're at. But I also showed, led by example of what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I built myself up. So it's kind of looking like my relationship with Frankie is like, I ran up a hill and then I threw a lasso. I'm like, all right, this is the safe way to go. Come
This is
up
the
here.
one.
This is the one. You're mine, And so I brought her up that way, right?
You
And then
say you're a bull.
Now Macau.
I didn't say did I say lasso? I meant to say a rope, all right?
This guy
I was
said
trying to
hooked
be.
her by the
I was
waist.
trying to say lovely. I was trying to be a nice, lovely moment. I look at it like a relationship. Like I ran up a hill, I found the safe way. I led. She seen that I made it up there, and then went down, and I helped her up when she started to move a little slow. And the reason why I did that is because she grew up like you, right? She grew up with lack of self-esteem and confidence, and on her side, I'm not sure if you really know this, but growing up Hispanic is like a man is to work. And a woman is to cook and clean and provide at home.
Yeah.
Have kids, blah, blah, blah. You're only good
It's
as
more
your
like traditional.
It's true,
life.
super traditional, right? Which I'm not against everything. But some things is like, come on, if she wants to be a boss
Chill.
lady, she could be a boss lady.
Like plating everybody before they plate themselves. And
Yeah, no, my girl don't do that. No. I mean, she will do it, but I'm like, babe, you sit down next to me.
I know
Like,
that's
if
like
I'm
big
eating,
in
you're
the Mexican
eating.
household is
Yeah.
like mom would like wait until everybody was finished and then they would finally sit down and eat their own food.
And she has some traits, a lot of traits like that, but it's the ones that like I don't. She does it because she wants to, not because she has to.
Yeah.
Right. But my thing with our relationship is showing that anything's capable or anything's possible. But how can I tell her you can't? You have to show them. Right. So that was our relationship, and I think it's amazing for you to have someone and for me to have someone that will love us at our weakest, at our lowest, at our heaviest, and then show that anyone's capable of love, and then we show anyone's capable of changing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and like that's how I feel like we all work. Well, I say all of us because you have a healthy relationship, and as do we. And you don't need, and also too for someone that's not in a relationship right now, because remember we didn't have these girlfriends forever or fiancés, right?
I got mine when I lost over 200 pounds.
Damn, she didn't like you when you're overweight, huh? She
Hey.
said, "Nah, fat boy,
I didn't have that
not
confidence
yet.
just yet.
You didn't. What you did that little Bumble yet, huh? What was it? What was the free
what?
version of Bumble? What'd you download? Was it Swipe?
I got the free version of Bumble. I ain't have to buy shit. I just got like 8 swipes a day, and I bagged one.
Found his fiance on freaking 8 swipes a day, baby. And mine was 8 meals a day.
each.
Eat that line out here, dude. Oh crap! Right, but we gotta go to the gym. But what I was trying to lead with it. I was trying to be freaking proper. Okay, we'll say
This
this
guy's
though.
the one that always goes off subject.
Guys, bro, I have ADHD, bro. My dad was murdered. Leave me alone.
But you're on Ozempic.
I am on Ozempic. HeavyModified.com.
Free plug.
What I was saying though is that this, for the person that hasn't found that loved one, is that you don't need that loved one to build confidence in yourself. And anyone that is not willing to be with you as you're growing, as you're building, as you're becoming better, anyone that doesn't want to sit next to you when you're in a fucking shitstorm and figure out how you guys are gonna get out of it, it's not really worth it to change for. I'll tell you right now, because I think it's safe to say that you found your girlfriend not when you're at your weakest, but in the middle of still loving yourself and growing, right? Because you didn't lose everything.
I think I was still at a very weak point mentally.
And I found my girlfriend at a house party.
Yeah.
And I was fat.
In the ghetto.
At the snack table.
Is it at a snack table?
I thought
Is that where I found you, at a snack table?
you guys both had a bag of chips or what?
No, she wasn't. She was a little pudgy. I damaged her.
She was a little pudgy.
She
This
wasn't
guy
fat.
Was like 650.
No, I was like 450 at the time. I just lost weight. I was like 400 pounds. I lost weight.
Meant that as a compliment that it wasn't big.
She wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't. Oh no, when I first met her, she definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
I did damage. I helped her out a little bit.
That's where you had to get the lasso.
When cow tipping. They're both telling us to cut it. 25 minutes is done.
She's holding
Go
up
to the gym.
pink phone
She's holding
again.
the pink phone again. Well, at the end of the day, you know, as we share these stories and we have these conversations, you know, one thing I have learned, because I always like to end with, you know, them working on something or listening to something or taking multiple things from a podcast, is that one thing I've learned is that in order for someone to love you, you have to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that doesn't mean be your best version. That doesn't mean be skinny. That also doesn't mean be fat. It doesn't mean have a good car. It also doesn't mean have a bad car. It means loving yourself, right? So what does loving yourself look like? It's doing the things that are best for you. You could be in the middle of change and love yourself. I was 650 pounds and love myself. That's what got me to start this journey. Well, actually what got me to start this journey was my love of my family, and I didn't want to die because I don't want them to bury me, honestly. Yeah. So it really wasn't for myself in the beginning, but it started to grow to myself, and now it's for other people, and now it's to help other blah, 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 you know? But you can love yourself at the worst version of yourself, and it makes it easier to love yourself as you continue to keep becoming better.
Yep.
Right? It's like compounding interest of love within yourself. But the confidence and the love and the support and the loving nature and the positive words and everything comes from within.
Yep.
Don't look to someone for someone to give you that. You can't go buy that. You can't purchase that. You can't get likes for that. You can't get shares and comments and blah, blah, blah. That is something that is earned within yourself. And when you start giving that to yourself, and when you start putting the work to become better and loving yourself more, I feel like people see that and it's like you attract it.
Yeah.
Right? So the compliments that you get is not because of only your weight loss. It's because of what you put out to the world, what you put out to yourself, what you expect and what you accept. Right? And that's where the compliments come from. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they see the weight loss, but what's behind weight? How'd you lose the weight?
Exactly. Loving
Loving yourself, putting the work, doing the shit that other people won't do. Inner work, outer work, shaving your back.
I don't do that. Thank God I got a fiance now.
Yeah, that shit's hairy, dude.
Hey, it's not my fault. I'm a man on a lot of tests.
I'm not. I got no hair. I got no hair on my back or face.
The one thing I want to leave with is just like you said. I know I didn't really look for somebody to provide me the love that I was looking for in me, but it did happen. For my advice is to find those little small characteristics that you love about yourself and roll with that. So if you love the way you look in a suit, or if you love the way you look one time, embrace it. Give yourself a little grace and keep moving forward, because you owe it to yourself no matter what, in all stages of your life.
Bro, and that's Modify. Someone just came in and closed the door. That's Modify Your Life podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And here on Modify Your Life, we talked about modifying our life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. And at the end of the day, take one thing and go work on it. Average is lazy. Right?
Absolutely.
That's why you're lazy.
The laziest they are. 228 pounds down in 3 years.
Lazy. Surgery.
All this happened for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real,